Is this video going to be maybe like 10 minutes of me just rambling? Yeah, probably. And did anyone ask for it? No, of course not. Essentially, I want to talk about the things that I have been enjoying lately. Since it's now the middle of the year and every day that I wake up and my head hasn't exploded is a good one, mildly. Anyways, to brighten these shitty times, at least in my life, I wanted to share some of the things that I have been enjoying while drawing a little silly illustration. I do want to preface this by saying that I am no digital artist. Me and digital art, we have a rocky relationship that's been running for a few years now. On, off, inconsistent, frustrating. If this is what a situationship feels like, I'm glad I'm not in one because I think I would lose my mind. Anyways, I'm teasing. But seriously, I don't know what I'm doing. Like I have no fucking idea. I'm just going with the simplest shit that my brain can understand. Please don't judge my workspace. I don't remember how I changed it, if I'm being completely honest. And I also have not bothered to look up any more videos because I don't know, I have a lot going on. So I'm doing my best. And also, I only have like one button programmed on my tablet. I have yet to program the rest, but it's fine. If you do have any tips as a digital artist that would make things easier for me, let me know because as you will see, I only use one brush and very few layers because the simpler the better, or I will get increasingly overwhelmed. Now that that is out of the way, one of the things that I have been enjoying lately is journaling. What I'm doing today is something that I started back in February, where each month at the beginning of the month, I do a little self portrait in my journal. Usually, I just sketch it in my journal, but after March, I've been sketching myself as a way to explore different styles that I thought it'd be fun to draw myself as a little witch apprentice from Witch Hat Atelier. This is another thing that I will be talking about. I want my journal to be sprinkled with drawings and stuff here and there, apart from just writing, because, why not? Especially as an artist, why not make it fun? Journaling has also been one of those things where it's been on off for me. Not as frustrating as digital art, but just kind of like I'll do it and then I won't. And then I have like half of a journal that's uncompleted. But it's fine. I was like a teenager when I was really trying to get into journaling. And now as an adult, I'm like revisiting it and I'm having fun. I feel like I've been pretty consistent with it. Not that I write every single day or every single thought, because that isn't the reason why I have a journal for myself. But I started journaling around the end of December when I received a cute journal for Christmas, and it feels like I woke up. I feel like when I look back at the year 2025, I have so much brain fog. I don't fucking remember anything. Like, of course I remember things, but like, I don't remember what happened. Like, but whatever. We'll move on. On that note, writing has been another thing that I've been enjoying, specifically creative writing. I won't share too much because no. But I will say that I'm such a hopeless romantic, and my writing is a love letter to that part of me that just yearns. Next, I want to talk about some media, books, TV that I have been enjoying, and if it isn't obvious, I fell in love with Witch Hat Atelier. I can't stop thinking about it. I look forward to Mondays when new episodes drop. I recently bought the box set that my partner and I split because, yeah, he's on that shit too. And I really admire the art style, specifically in the manga. It's so lovely and will literally distract me from reading because of the little details. I could stare at it all day. I love it so much. And I love the characters. I love the story. I'm having so much fun. And it's so cute. Please don't spoil anything because I've already gotten spoiled for Jujutsu Kaisen and I'm still not recovering from that. Next, in terms of books, I have discovered one of my favorite books of this year already, and I can't seem to shut up about it, and it's the Monk and Robot series. The Monk and Robot series consists of two books, A Psalm for the Wild Build and A Prayer for the Crown Shy. You could get the separate editions, but because I do recommend reading both, there is a edition that has the 2-in-1. I'm so happy that I have it on my bookshelf because I read it on my e-reader. If the title of the series didn't give it away, you are essentially following a tea monk and a robot in a post-utopian world and the existential thoughts that rise up with the conversations explored in this less than 200-page book, including exploring humanity and the concept of just existing, the themes of gender and the lack of it, how grand life is in its simplicity that it's a shame humanity distills it to a single purpose that forces them to conform to a monotony. I adored these books and I really needed them in my life. I can't stop thinking about them. They make me so happy just to think about. It's so cute and I loved it. I definitely have more to say that would just be me gushing and spiraling and sharing my favorite quotes, but I feel like this video would be twice as long. So let's move on to music. So far, this has been the year for me. I'm an album listener. I don't typically just listen to one song and move on or add it to a playlist. It's the whole album, especially if it's one of my favorite artists. I need the whole album. I can't just, it has to be the whole album. In no particular order. Vindicate by Black Veil Brides. I have been listening to this band for almost a decade, and it feels incredible to be able to witness them with full creative liberties now. They are in a new era of sound, and it's a body of work made from passion and love, and it truly shows. Next, Dio Gratias by Holy Water. If you're not on Holy Water, get on that fucking shit. I absolutely love them. I've been listening to them for some years now, and I love the feeling of falling in love with something. When this album dropped, I was left speechless and needing the whole album injected into each individual neuron in my brain. 103 of Nightmares gave me full body chills. And as a little bonus, because this wasn't the original album that was released, it was the instrumental version of it, because I love this band, and I don't ask me about Sleep Token, but it's even in Arcadia, the instrumental. There's just something about stripping back the vocals, and what was once just heard can now be listened to. A familiarity in a song that I have listened to countless of times rings newly to my ears. That is essentially what I felt when one of the songs snuck its way to me, and I needed a moment. I needed a moment because I can't talk about this band. I can't right now. And I also can't talk about my favorites without literally listing every single song, so don't ask. Not that anyone will, but it's okay. Next is my other category, which is just things that I've been liking. For example, egg sandwiches. Girl, I don't know. Egg sandwiches. They're so fucking good. I didn't grow up eating egg sandwiches. I found a recipe. That shit is so fucking good. Especially like my partner, there's a bakery by his job and they make milk bread there. So egg sandwich with milk bread is fucking delicious. And I add just a little bit of sriracha to it to just make it a teeny bit spicy, where it has a little kick, not like a lot. I'm still figuring out the ratio, even though to me, I think 1 tablespoon of sriracha is fine. My partner wants it spicier, but I get scared because I feel like I have a right to be scared. But yeah, egg sandwiches are so fucking good. Get all that shit. If you've never had an egg sandwich, it's not revolutionary, but it's just so yummy. Like, it's so easy to make. And after I make a batch, it can just sit in a Tupperware in the fridge, and then I can make them for lunch and shit and take them to work or eat them at home. They're good. Okay. Next is robes. Now, what the fuck do you know about a robe? I feel like the older I get, and this is, I don't know, maybe some people think this is a bad thing. I think this is a great thing. I love my mom. I love my mother. And the older I get, I feel like the more I'm turning into her. Even though I'm usually always told that I look like my dad, but recently I saw a picture of my mom when she was like my age now, and I look exactly like her. But anyways, that's fine. My mom is my icon. I love her. But anyways, my grandma gave her a little PJ set with a robe. It didn't fit her. So my mom asked, "Do you want this?" I was like, "Sure." And that was my first robe. And let me tell you that it's God's gift on this fucking earth. I love fucking robes. I love robes. They're so comfortable. Robe and nothing, robe with something, just robe all day, robe all night. Bro, I could wear a robe all the fucking time. I only own 2 robes, which I think is a crime, but why am I rhyming so much? But, like, literally, I I just I love robes. They're just so comfortable. They're just so comfy, and I just love a robe. Am I wearing one right now? No, but I love them. 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 And I have to mention this because it's just been on my mind and I feel like it deals with clothing. I hate fucking pants. I know this is a video about the things I've been enjoying, but I have to rant for a second. I fucking hate pants. And if I just I'm going to like blow a gasket in my fucking brain. I hate pants. I turned 22 and my pants don't fucking fit me anymore. They're just so fucking uncomfortable. Pants have always just been fucking uncomfortable. Like, why are specifically women's pants like the bane of my fucking existence? They're hard to shop. They're hard to just wear. They're just like leave me the fuck alone. I don't want to wear pants anymore. Fuck pants. Like I hate pants. And because I hate pants, I love wearing a robe because I don't have to wear fucking pants with the robe. I wish I didn't have to wear fucking pants, but I unfortunately do. And it's like it's just so hard to find comfortable pants. And like I don't want to wear leggings when I go out all the fucking time because sometimes leggings are uncomfortable. Like I don't know, at least for me. Everything's fucking uncomfortable. But anyways, I hate pants and I love a robe. I do. I truly love a robe. Next is a water bottle with a handle and not like a mug handle. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. I'm not adding a picture. Next, these fudge bars my mom bought. I don't know what they're called. I also don't know where she got them, but they're good. They taste yummy. Occasionally curling my hair. And I say occasionally because I always forget to do it, but every time I do, I feel very pretty. Not doing my makeup because I can't be bothered and it feels liberating, especially when I come home and want to take a nap and don't have to worry about getting makeup on my pillow. Yeah, I'm getting onto that shit. Lastly, I wanted to talk about some things that I've been getting into or want to get into, like, hopefully for the next half of this year. Horror as a genre. I read Lapvona recently, which was very interesting and I enjoyed, but I do not recommend to just any person, like seriously. I quickly got into Lapvona and had quite the time reading it. It's dark and perverse and kind of gross, and an interesting exploration on religion and a perverse love for God, a character study between father and son, mother and woman, man and God. It felt almost gothic given the structure and its themes. It was perverted with a dark twist of comedy and a slightly supernatural sense, all underneath an uncanny atmosphere where maybe on the outside all looks fine in this small pious village, but when we zoom in, we see the truth. All the while, each character experiences either their own downfall or upbringing and the unraveling of their psyches. At first, I didn't really know what direction the plot was going to take, but it all came full circle at the end that I want to let the story speak for itself because what an experience it was. And along that same line, I have found for me, because this obviously isn't the first horror book that I've read. I read more gothic horror. But for me, horror doesn't shy away from the truths of the world, it holds a mirror to its face. And that alone is so intriguing in its truth because it's so real in its fiction that I want to read more. Next is movies. I'm not a big movie watcher. Not for anything. I typically read more than I watch movies. And same thing with shows. Like, I've always watched more shows than movies. But even then, I don't have like any notable favorites apart from one specific show. I'm not gonna get into shows. But in terms of movies, whenever anybody asks me, oh, what's your favorite movie? Girl, I don't fucking know. I really don't know. Like, I've never consumed movies the same way that I consume books because I have favorite books, but I don't have the favorite movie and I don't consume them the same way. But it's something that I do want to get into because I know there's plenty of movies out there that are going to either be right up my alley or something that I might actually enjoy. And I have a list. Will I be sharing it? No. The last thing that I want to get into is doing my nails. Again, this is me turning into my mom, but doing my nails because I've noticed that my nails grow out. I wouldn't say pretty quickly, but at the same time, yeah, kind of quickly. And like they'll grow out and they'll be pretty in length. And I'll be like, oh my God, I should totally do something with them. And then do I ever? No. And then it reaches a point where every time I look at my hands, I think they look ugly. And then I just cut them all off. Yeah, I don't ever do anything with my nails, and I want to do something with my nails because I just feel like that's the era I'm entering, doing my nails and wearing robes because yeah, I was going to try to teach myself gel. Then I got scared of that skin allergy that you can potentially develop if you get uncured gel on your skin. So I decided, yeah, no. Let's just get real good at regular nail polish and see where that goes, especially nail prep. And I hope that the things I bought weren't a waste of my money. So yeah, I know I said this video might be 10 minutes, but clearly it's fucking not. I don't know. I don't make up the I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I hope you enjoyed. Something that I've been noticing about myself is that every single time that I try to make a video, something always fucking goes wrong. I'm going to lose my mind, but it's okay. Yeah, for this video, if you couldn't already tell, I only have half of the fucking recording because I thought that I had to split this drawing session in half because I started very late on the first day and I wanted to go to sleep. You can't blame a girl for trying to go to sleep. And then, the next day, I set everything up. I start the screen recording. I had to pause it a few times because I wanted to take a little break and I didn't want to let my fucking thing keep recording. And I guess it just didn't save. My computer's a liar. It told me that it would save automatically, but it fucking lied and it didn't save automatically. So I only have the first half. My bad. I don't think it really mattered anyways because I have the time lapse, which is interesting because originally this video was going to have a different content in terms of the art that I'm making. But the first time that was trying to do that for a different illustration, I really thought I can rely on Clip Studio's Paint's time lapse feature because I thought it would give me the full raw time lapse. I'm so fucking stupid. No, no, it wouldn't. So I had to pivot. But, anyways, it's fine because that was a shit show in and of itself. I thought I was going to lose my mind just because of this illustration. Because, again, I am not a digital artist. And it's very frustrating when you have techniques that you can rely on and it's so hard to transfer over. But I'm not going to rant about that. But anyways, yeah, I think my little illustration turned out freaking adorable. She's so cute, okay? And I also have my little self-portraits from my journal that I will show and I hope you enjoy. Please no peeking. No peeking. Here's February. Here's March. April. That's when we started doing things a little differently. May. I'm a mermaid. And then finally, June. I don't know what I'm going to do for the rest of this year because I do these by feeling. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Bye.